What's going on in the server business where you're selling so many chips?
Cory, good morning. Well, first, it was an outstanding close to a record year for the company, so we feel great about the performance overall, and in particular, the data center business, that growth accelerated off a strong third quarter. Fundamentally, there's strength across the board. Our cloud business was up 35%. Our comms business was up 16%. And our enterprise business was up 11%. And as you know, enterprise has been relatively slow growth or negative growth for a while, but in a strong seasonal quarter, outstanding performance in enterprise. So we feel great about how we closed, and we're excited about 2018.
Which business is growing faster, the enterprise business or the server business in the sort of the cloud farms of Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Rackspace, you name it?
Well, the good news is they're all growing strong in the fourth quarter. But again, the continuation of cloud growth in the mid-30s and the continuation of market share gains in the comms and infrastructure area that's been relatively slow growth in the market. But for us, it's been strong growth for us because we continue to gain share as the networks and the comms infrastructure continues to upgrade. We've been a beneficiary of that upgrade. And then in addition to that,
no, go ahead.
Cory, I was just going to say, I talk a little bit about where we sold the product, but how we sold the product is important as well. Unit volume was up 8%. ASPs were up 10%, so we're seeing customers continue to buy the high-performance products, driving ASPs up. And then third, we've talked about expanding our served market in the data center world. In other words, selling more than just CPUs into the data center environment, but sell other adjacent products. And the adjacent product growth in the quarter was up 35%.
Well, and to that, as you fix your IFP, I'll mumble and stammer on and give you a break.
Thank you.
So it's an old trick that we do. I'm interested also, that I was talking to Ian King, our terrific semiconductor here at Bloomberg News. He did a radio segment with me yesterday, and he was just talking about the cost of these chips. And I was surprised. I didn't realize that the price of the chips going into these server farms is extraordinarily high, $12,000, $13,000 or so. And you're saying that price continues to rise.
Well, it's a function of performance,
right.
Cory, and as we continue to deliver higher and higher performance, that makes the economics of the service that the cloud service providers offer, it really drives their economics. So in the capabilities that we offer, really, we call it moving up the stack or buying the real high-performance chips that improve their economic infrastructure.
I also would have thought that as you moved into more Internet of Things business, also terrific growth there, I think 20% there as well, and chips that are more sort of part of everyday devices, that gross margins be coming down. We're seeing exactly the opposite, 64% gross margins. Again, just a terrific number from Intel.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked over the time about expanding our overall served market, and obviously we have very high gross margins in our historical CPU business, but as we expand to be more than just Intel inside the PC and Intel inside the data center, we also want to be Intel inside everything and have more Intel products going to each one of those verticals. IoT is a classic example of that. The business is a $3.2 billion business. It grew 20% in 2017, and it continues to grow as we proliferate the capabilities that we have, not only in the cloud, but around the edge as well.
What do you know about what some of your customers are doing in terms of their own design? It seems fairly amazing that customers could think about designing their own chips, and yet you've got Apple, Facebook, Google, maybe Amazon looking at designing their own chips in some way, and I wonder what you know about those efforts.
Well, we know about the relative importance of chips in terms of their infrastructure, and we know that they absolutely want us to continue to innovate and deliver more and more power, more and more performance. So the criticality is extremely important for all of our customers. What they want from us is to continue to deliver higher performance, and that's what we're focused on. And as long as we continue to do what we've been doing, we're confident that we will continue to lead the industry and deliver the products that our customers need at the performance levels that they need and ask for.
Let me ask you finally. So 17 years ago, I was right down the street here at a magazine called The Industry Standard. The stock market was going crazy. The future seemed indeed quite bright for the internet. Your stock is now at a 17 high level you had not seen since that era of January 2001. So I don't know, the stock price is mildly interesting to me, but what it portends for the future of technology is much more interesting to me. I wonder what if you think we're finally realizing some of those ideas of the internet from 17 years ago.
I mean, the transformation of the industry overall has just been fascinating. And then in terms of how we've been trying to take our capabilities and expand where it is we offer them. I mean, obviously, back in 1999, Intel Inside was about the PC. Today, Intel Inside is about the PC. It's about the data center. It's about around the edge. It's about Intel Inside autonomous vehicles. So I think the role that technology plays becomes more and more important. And therefore, the investments that we've been making is to ensure that we're well positioned to participate and lead and grow as technology plays a bigger and bigger role.